What's up, y'all? It's Chief Ola back at it with another lesson. Before I start my lesson, like always, I would like to send peace and positive energy onto a lovely, sexy, beautiful goddesses here on the land. Peace to y'all. I would also like to send peace and positive energy onto the gods and lesson protection and peace to the goddesses. Gods. Say beings that are not made like me but can reflect some that's within me, I would like to send peace onto you as well. Most importantly, I would like to send peace and love on to Mama, the head matriarchal leader on the land, the feminine divine energy. I would like to send peace and love to her and the ancestors. I'll send them gratitude and love and life and compassion and peace. I will also like to send peace and positive energy onto the cosmos, onto the righteous beings in the cosmos. Peace to the planet, peace to the lost souls that are unaware of who they are right now. I'd like to send peace to them. Uh, I would also like to send peace out, peace and love out to the chiefs on land. Yeah. So I got a quick little message that Mama gave me. Basically, she told me that the European choice is done, right? And I know exactly what she's talking about. She talking about basically these dirty Moors using these pale faces to deceive us. Like they the ones doing the bullshit to us. When the whole time is a black hand involved, right? So now she telling me that they can't deceive us no more. We know who the enemy is now. We know that the enemy is not the white man anymore. It never was the white man. The enemy was the motherfucker that looked just like us and had hair just like us. That was the enemy, right? So when we look down the line of the American history, and what all they told us, about the Indian Wars and all that shit, a lot of that shit was made up by the Dirty Moors. Most of it was made up by them. And they used the pale faces for us to think that they were the cause of the wars that happened on the land. And the whole time they wasn't the cause. Right? So you could say it was niggas fighting against niggas. That's what it was. Niggas fighting against niggas. Or motherfuckers that's trying to be niggas, but they really ain't no niggas. They ain't us. But that's who we fighting against. So that whole idea of the European choice is over with. They can't do that no more. Now all the attention is on to the dirty Moor motherfuckers, the motherfuckers that look like us. But they ain't us. That's where all the attention is pulled to now. All the heat, all the smoke is on them. They can't fool us no more. We done figured them out. We figured out the whole game. Alright? People people still want to believe that, you know, oh, the white man, that white man bullshit. It's not the white man that did this shit. Cause I told you, the best way to trick a people is by looking like them. That's the best way you can trick a people. If you look like them. If you don't look like them, we gonna figure you out. But if you do look like us, that's gonna be hard for us to get because you look like us. So a motherfucker that's standing around you talking about Black Lives Matter, black people matter, the black skin matter, right? Them motherfuckers that's around you, you wouldn't think any of them because they want our people to be saved, all that. But the whole time, these motherfuckers is creating a whole Black Lives narrative because they going out killing black people. All right, and then pitting it on the news, trying to create this little race war. It's them doing it, you know. At first, we didn't get that, you know, because I ain't gonna say no names, but it's somebody on the YouTube, you know, that consider themselves spiritual, but they ain't from over here. Because I asked Mama, was they one of us, and she told me no. Right, so some of them motherfuckers is on the YouTube side, still trying to deceive us and trying to act like they on our side. Them motherfuckers ain't us, right? Cause they be sitting and watching our shit, and when we be exposing these dirty moral motherfuckers for what they is, they always gotta come back with some shit, act like they know what they talk about, but they don't know what the fuck they talk about. Right, so they'll see our shit and then come with some shit, right? Teach it like they know something, like they was a part of our tribe and our clans, and these motherfuckers ain't a part of nothing. They deceiving the motherfucking people, right? Because they have nothing. They don't have nothing to teach. They don't have nothing. In little kids or these Moors, they don't have nothing to teach. They have no knowledge. These motherfuckers ain't smart. They don't know shit. Half of the shit that they be representing, they don't even know about. They don't even know what the fuck it represents, but they just got it. Right? Half of the shit that they have, they don't even know what the fuck they got. We all want to talk about a Freemason. A Freemason, that's Big Mama. A Freemason is a person that studies the principalities, right? You got the red lies, you got the blue lies, and then you got the green lies. That's all Big Mama. Because when you break down the words of Freemason, it says, free my sons. Who is the sons? The male chiefs on the land. Because they killed a lot of chiefs on the land. Right? So Big Mama had to create another group on the land that gives us the structure we need to remember who he is as chiefs on the land. That would be the Freemasons. Because if you look at the color is blue. That comes from the Blue Lodge, which would be the Father Lodge. That's all Big Mama shit. Motherfuckers never even paid attention to it. That's Big Mama shit. That's our shit. That free that Freemasonry shit ain't what you think it is. That's our shit. That's Mama. That's why a lot of our people became Freemasons. Because they had to free themselves. They had to get out of this bullshit system. So not everybody you think a Mason is bad. Not every Mason is bad. Now you do got some bad Masons. Alright, the bad Masons will be these dirty Moor motherfuckers out here that's, you know, some of them do moon rituals, moon spells and shit, you know, fucking with people's energies and all that shit. Some of them do that, right? But uh, not all Masons is bad. Alright? But that's our shit though. Cause I told you the chiefs and shit, we used to wear rings and shit, you know, anciently all that. We used to do all that shit. So the whole setup of Freemasonry, that's all our shit. All of it. But people wouldn't get it, you know. So, it is what it is. But the um the European Chorson this whole white is peer shit, white is peer, white is better than, black, black is the opposite, of white and all that old shit. They can't get away with it no more. Because you're going to start realizing that a lot of these white people you thought that was bad was good all along. They don't want nothing bad to happen to us. They don't want nothing from us. If anything, we have to be teaching them shit because, Enlil created a lot of these motherfuckers and he left them here. He just left them. And he ain't gonna come back and get him because he know we'll beat his ass. If he tried to come back and, get his kids, he know we gonna be waiting for him. Because we all gonna know when he on the land. We all gonna know. We gonna all have that sense of knowing. Right? So he ain't gonna come back and get his kids because he know, he just can't do that. So he left his kids right here. Right here on the land. And now they all out of whack because they don't know where the fuck to go because they can't go nowhere. They stuck. They stuck here on the land. Well, not for too long. They gon' go somewhere, but for right now they stuck. Right, so all that hiding up underground in the bunker shit, they can't do that shit. They gonna get caught. All right, so they can't do nothing else. There's nothing left for them to do. A lot of that shit in the 40s and the 50s, or the KKK and all that shit was programming. That's all that shit was. That was programming. That was programming our minds to believing that these white motherfuckers just don't like us. They have it out for us. That was a program. All by these dirty Moor motherfuckers. That was the way they got by. Because if we knew that it was them doing this bullshit, we would already knew we had to do to take our shit back. But, you know, they had to, you know, hide behind these pale faces. Pay attention to Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald, he represents what the fuck they is. Because if you look at Ronald McDonald real good, he look like a nigga. He look like a nigga with white paint on him. That's what he look like. You look at Ronald McDonald, you looking at the Dirty Moor. That's what you looking at. You know what I mean? So, there's no more trickery. There's no more deceiving. They can't do that no more. It's over with. The cat's out the bag. They have no more, using this and using that, and that shit just ain't gonna work. Right, because they still trying to use the police of brutality. They still trying to use that, but motherfuckers ain't going for that shit no more. Cause I seen something they trying to use it, saying a black person, a black man, I think, or a woman, somebody, a black lady, somebody got, you know, got their ass beat by the police and all that. But you know, you gotta see through that shit because that's more programming, trying to start a race war, having us killing white motherfuckers, doing shit to white motherfuckers, and they ain't did shit to us. They ain't the ones doing this shit. All that's gonna do is suck us right back in this bullshit. That's all they gonna do. That's all they gonna do. Cause I told you, most of these um, so-called black people, right, that fought for us and all this old bullshit, them wasn't even real people. They was false. Those was false figures, right? Frederick Douglass, right? All these, you know, other people they made up and all that. Some of them that they made up. A lot of them wasn't all people. I told you Nat Turner wasn't a real person. He was a made up story. He was a made up story to get us to believe that slavery was real. Right? So he plays the role as being our hero because he stood up right in the South and fought back against his slave owners. Right? So he supposed to be the celebration, the man that we all look to as our leader and as our uh great man of men, you know, all that shit. But the whole time, this wasn't even a real fucking person. He never existed, right? Because then, if you look more into who he is, he's a chief on the land because of how he's got everybody together to even do what he did. He would be a chief. All right, so that was a made up story, but that's how they do. That's how these, you know, the dirty more motherfuckers, that's how they have to do. They always gotta create these fake ass images of what we is or what they want us to believe we is. Whole time they ain't what we is. You know, that's what they have to do. You gonna see in the end though. You may not believe you will, but you gonna see in the end that these white motherfuckers never had it out for you. You gonna see it in the end. You gonna see. Cause most white people that is racist, they racist because they going off of what the dirty Moors is trying to place into them. Right? They trying to get them to, you know, believe, you know, that we the bad people and all that shit. So some of them really be believing that, you know, but if you talk to them and have a conversation with them and get them to understand, they gonna realize that we ain't the enemy. When it all goes down. Ain't no white person really uh racist because you have to get past skin pigment, right? First of all, we're not black, right? The color that we are in this present day will be brown, right? Brown is not necessarily black. Black is a whole different color, right? So we going off we black, we black, we black, and they like, oh, you're black. We ain't even black. We wasn't even this skin pigment at one point in time. We was, different skin pigments, right? So we had different complexions on our skin. So we never been black ever, and we was never black today. That whole black shit was created, like I said, by the Dirty Moors. When the whole time we ain't even black. So that's why I said for uh, some white people that may be racist, once they get that understanding and realize that we was never black in the first place, they ain't gonna have a reason to, have something against us. They ain't gonna have a reason. Cause if a culture and a skin pigment is what you against, but that culture and that skin pigment is not even real, or anything about it is accurate, then you have no reason to be mad at it. You have no reason. You just look like a fool. You have no reason. All right. You got people out here like Dr. Umar and shit. That be, man. Be against the white man. I don't want to take a picture with white people and all that. Ain't not, like, what's wrong with that? I don't be getting why motherfuckers be wanting to point the finger at, like, that's the most corniest shit. That shit's so fucking corny. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not about to be out here, oh, fuck the white. I'm not about to do that because I know them motherfuckers ain't really did nothing to me. But we still want to point the fingers. That's that old shit. Nigga, you gotta elevate your level of thinking and realize who the fuck the real enemy is. So we gotta stop blaming motherfuckers for being our downfall and start looking at certain motherfuckers that's around us. And ask them what they about. Ask them how they feel about our people and what has happened to our people. Start asking them motherfuckers. Right? Because by us pointing the fingers at them, what is that telling the Dirty Moors? That's telling them that they plan. That's telling them that they plan working. That's all it's doing. That's telling them that they shit working. Cause they still got us divided and not knowing who the fuck we is and who the real enemy is. Cause certain flags overseas, them certain flags represent uh who we are and how they on our side. That's why that's why America and all that, they be wanting to go to war with these certain countries and shit because of what they flag represent. That's why most of these countries is all about peace and shit because of, you know, they flag and what it really represents. That's why they be wanting to start wars over there and shit. America be wanting to start wars with motherfuckers over there and shit. That's why they do that. See, a lot of motherfuckers didn't even know that. You know, um, they like I said, they can't go nowhere, but they gonna get the fuck up out of here though. With this bullshit, they gonna get the fuck up out of here because you see the sun. it's getting hotter, right? It's been the hottest it's ever been, right? That energy on the land is, is heating up. It's heating up. It's getting hotter, and all that shit happening for a reason. That's what I said. That's why you got all these floods and shit, and you got all these companies that's going out of business and shit. Because a lot of these companies is owned by these dirty Moors, right? But now cases closing, and they ain't getting no more money, right? Ain't making no more money off of us and able to do their little shit, so they going out of business, and people losing their jobs buying that shit because they can't get off with this shit no more. This shit is over with. We damn near at the finish match. Alright. Damn near. Information passing around, information to get, information is getting around to everybody and all that shit, you know. This shit over with. Cause these dirty Moors, they all around you. Most of them may be in your neighborhood. All right, most of them may be in your neighborhood. You probably work with them, work for them. Most likely you work for them, work with them in your neighborhood. At a certain place you be at a certain store, anywhere. They all around you. They the ones behind the black veil. They the ones in disguise. And they gonna come to you as one of your own. But they ain't gonna do the type of shit that you do or think the type of shit that you think because they're not you. They don't have no love for you and they don't love their people or have real unconditional genuine love for the planet or mama. So mama said I could go ahead and get off of here, so that was just a quick little update on what she told me to tell y'all about this and what's going on. So this is Chief Ola. Once again, I would like to send peace and positive energy and protection and love to the sexy, beautiful goddesses. Peace to y'all. I would like to send peace and positive energy and protection onto the gods. Peace and positive energy onto Mama and the ancestors. Peace to the cosmos. Peace to the planet. Like I said, to lost souls, souls unaware who they are. Peace to y'all as well. This is Chief Ola. Peace to the young cats out there from one conscious mind to another. Y'all got each other. That's up.